G'day guys, just your average zombies player here, the name's Riddell. A couple of days ago, myself along with a few friends finished the Shadows of Evil Easter egg for the first time ever, 7 years after the game's come out, which first of all, I can't believe it's already been 7 years. That makes me feel extremely old. And on a more sad note, I can't believe that this was the last time that we got a zombies game that felt the way Black Ops 3 did. As much as I love the newer zombie titles like BO4 and Cold War and yeah, that's all. None of them, especially Cold War, feel like Black Ops 3. I mean, BO4 is kinda close. It's like they copied Black Ops 3's homework and said they'll change a few answers, but then change the best answers out for shitty ones. But that's enough shitting on Black Ops 4. I truly love you, Black Ops 4. No hate. But anyway, there is a few things that we need to do at the early rounds. I decided to go unlock the Waterfront District, and if you didn't know, you can actually see one of the sword's symbols by going into beast mode and jumping up on top of this roof. So the first thing I do is look at the symbol, followed by unlocking the boxing ring. This saves 500 for the tram, which isn't much, but I mean, saved money, saved money. Now, for the rest of the game, it's a bit all over the shop, so I'll try to explain as best as I can. Every round I hit the Gobblegum machine to get the Holy Grail Perkaholic. Now, the trick is I don't want to get it straight off the bat, as I need 2 good weapons first. The reason behind this is because I absolutely hate Mule Kick. I think it's one of the worst perks. And if you don't have 2 decent weapons before getting Perkaholic, it means when you hit the box after, I'll be carrying 3 weapons. So I'm kind of hitting the Gobblegum machine a few times just to roll it over to see if I can get Perkaholic coming up. Now, one of my mates comes in clutch with a fire sale, which the box follows through with and gives me the brekkie, which is GG. Now I just need 1 more weapon and I'm set. All the rituals are done and symbols found. I run down to collect my egg and start collecting souls. Jimmy and I decided to start up at Waterfront as we find it the worst spot on higher rounds. But as you'll see in a second, the zombies didn't want to zombie and took forever. This is sped up 6 times and we still only got about 4 come to us. It was fucking ridiculous. Whilst waiting for the zombies to come to us, I decided to hit the box again, which was just on my side today, giving me the Haymaker. And then I tried my luck at the Gobblegum machine again, which wasn't as lucky. That was until the next round where I actually got my Perkaholic, setting me up for the remainder of the match. If you look down at the rounds, it took Jimmy and I from round 3 to round 7 to fill up 1 statue with the souls. That's how slow these spawns were. But with that done, it was time to finish off the other 3. On my way to the canals though, we got another fire sale, and this is what I mean by the box gods were on my side. First hit of the fire sale, and I get Lil Arnie's. I'm now set. Now for the rest of the statues, they're a little bit boring. I'm just going to speed through them. I finished them all pretty quickly, unlike the Waterfront. I went to canals, then moved over to Footlight, which the spawns were super quick on, and then ended it down at the Pack-a-Punch area down below. With enough points to pack, I decided to give the Haymaker the ultimate makeover, turning it into the Shoe Shining, honestly one of the greatest guns in the game. I then stupidly went to grab the sword that I thought I grabbed and ran back to my district to realise that I didn't grab it, so I had to run back to actually grab it, to run back down to my district to give it to the apothecant or the gatekeeper or whatever they're called. I can't quite remember. I gave the guy my sword anyway in return for an egg, and I've got now 4 spots that I need to place the egg down. Luckily with this godlike weapon, I pretty much insta-killed any Margwa that spawned. It was actually ridiculously easy. They didn't stand a chance, and with the 4th egg placed, the last Margwa killed, I then ran down and picked up my upgraded sword. Now, with this next step, I did try to do this with Jimmy when we were just getting a feel for the Easter egg, and I have attempted it solo, but oh my god, was the fear in headlights just amazing. This Gobblegum honestly does wonders for this step. Every flag spot, someone in our team used the Gobblegum, and it was honestly a breeze. With all 4 flags placed, it was time to turn the Shadow Man into a big gummy worm, which makes 0 fucking sense. But so does 90% of this map. We ran down to the Pack-a-Punch room, placed all our swords, and just kept firing at him until he went into the podium. Now, this next part was by far the biggest pain in the ass, with only one person in our group ever actually finishing the Easter egg before. All of us were new to it besides this one bloke. It was a bit complicated, and I'll try to dumb it down here, but there's 3 power boxes in 3 tram locations, and you've got to go into beast mode, which you can get into infinitely by killing a Magua. Now, 2 people have to shock their box, whilst one calls the train and then has to go into beast mode and run back up and shock theirs. With all the tracks lit up, the last person's standing in the middle and has to zap all the keepers when the tram goes past. And I'm not joking, this step alone took about half an hour. We kept fucking up the timings, or we'd miss a keeper to zap, or we were just too slow. But we finally completed it, and that was the Easter egg done for the first time. It was actually such a joy. I would say spoiler ahead for the cutscene, but come on, like, the game's 7 years old. If you haven't seen the cutscene yet, you're probably as old as the game. But with that being said, with all these Easter egg videos, I do want to try to do an unofficial casual player rating of difficulty for the Easter egg, and honestly, it might come as a shock, but I think with the Wonder Weapon, and if you're running Fear in Headlights with 1 being the easiest and 6 being the hardest Easter egg in Black Ops 3, Shadows of Evil, honestly, for myself, lands on the number 2 spot. We completed it first attempt, which we only did for one other map that I'll cover later. The biggest challenge with this Easter egg is actually getting 4 players on to play. But if you've got some friends, or you can even go onto the COD Zombies Reddit, there are plenty of players who are willing to help out there. If you haven't completed it yet, I highly suggest that you do it. And with that being said, this is the end of the Easter egg video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch up.